All right, welcome back. Again, my name is Matt Preston with Colorado Nutrition, and we are getting ready to do rule number 2. So let's take a look here real quick for our 4 rules for effective fat loss. Rule number 2, every time you eat a carbohydrate, pair it with a protein. This is a way to help slow down carbohydrates so that we get more of a sustained release from it. So when you pair a carb with a protein, you're absolutely helping to slow the absorption of that carbohydrate, allowing your body to stabilize its own blood sugar, in turn allowing you to release more fat so you're not putting so much pressure on your body to come up with its own blood sugar. It's a little more stable. It's able to pull, because remember, your red blood cells will never survive on anything but glucose. Very, very important. Here's a little bit of a little backup of why we want to pair our carbs with our protein. It's all about gastric emptying times. So fats, you can see up here at the top, 3 to 5 hours to basically drop out of your stomach and into your small intestine. Proteins a little bit quicker, 2 hours. And then carbs are very quick. So carbs are great. We just want to make sure that we slow them down so that they're adequately metabolized, absorbed, and then put where they need to be. And that is as glycogen back in your muscles and in your liver. Okay, so examples of carbohydrates. We have things like whole grains, veggies. Veggies are tend to be more of like a non-starchy carb, so they're not going to add up too much when it comes to overall carbohydrate values. If you're comparing, like a cup of kale to a cup of oatmeal, there's going to be a lot more carbs in that cup of oatmeal. Sweets, absolutely a carbohydrate. It's more of a sugar called sucrose. Very cool, but we want to limit it around very active times, or just eradicate it all in general. But keep active when you're taking in a little bit more sugar loads like that, like sweets, like sucrose and stuff like that. Dairy products, great source of carbohydrates. It's a little bit different. It's a lactose. And then fruits are 50 to 60% fructose. So there's a great carbohydrate there. Great for energy before a workout, even during, stuff like that. So great little examples of carbs there. Proteins. Proteins are more than just muscle building. They're very much about correct enzyme and hormone production. So protein does not just make you bulky, and every ounce of protein that you eat goes back into your muscles. It just doesn't work that way. A great way to help support your normal enzyme and hormone production is absolutely make sure that your protein intake is adequate. So, and basically what proteins are, think of a train. Each one of those boxcars is a different amino acid. You have 20 different amino acids, and 9 of them are essential, meaning that you cannot make them from others. You actually have to ingest them. That's why it's important to get a varied intake of different proteins, and even those proteins you're getting from carbohydrates and stuff like that, if one is more plant-based. So moving forward. You have 2 different types of proteins. You have complete proteins and incomplete proteins. Complete proteins are those that have that wide variety of amino acids. So you have all 20 different amino acids, and they're very easy to build human muscle and other things. Incomplete proteins tend to be things like beans and rice, wheat, and even collagen. So more plant-based proteins by themselves tend to be incomplete. That's, again, if you're having more of a plant-based diet, it's important to get a wide range of beans and rice and different types of carbohydrates that we're treating kind of more as proteins there. Last one, fats. Fats are absolutely the most energy dense. They have 9 calories per gram, where carbs and fats only have 4. They absolutely serve as an energy resource, a vitamin carrier. You have fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K that need fats to be adequately absorbed, and they absolutely do protect vital organs. That's one reason why our midsection tends to hold on to a little bit more fat than the rest of our body. So, dietary sources do include, but not limited to, nuts, avocados, olives, and other animal fats. And really, where you see a big push with your fats and stuff like that from a dietary standpoint is diets that like paleo and Atkins and keto that really do utilize the calorically dense fat. So, where we see here is a great little schematic of rarely are your macronutrients, your carbs, proteins, and fats really able to just stay in one category. Here you can see beans. They are a carb, but they are absolutely hold some protein as well. Even things like full-fat yogurt, it's a carb from lactose, protein from the dairy in there, and then the fats from the lipids and stuff like that, the yogurt contains. So it's important to kind of know specifically, almonds. A lot of people think it's like a protein source, and it absolutely is. There's some protein in almonds, but there's way more fat, so it should really be counted more as a fat. So yeah. All right, so that concludes rule number 2. Next time we'll talk about rule number 3, and that is, are all carbs bad? They absolutely are not. Thank you so much, and look forward to seeing you soon.